But confused men do not commit. Let me say it again for those of y'all in the back. Confused men don't commit. Matter of fact, if what I have to say next resonates with you, share this so somebody on your timeline who also needs to hear it can come into the conversation. And that's that as a woman, you deserve more than a man who's unsure about you. There are men out here who once they see you, they see their vision board coming to life. They see their future. You deserve better than a love who's unsure about whether or not you deserve to be loved. Again, if that resonated with you, because I want the right crowd in here, share that for somebody else on your timeline because we need to have a conversation. I was just talking to my little cousin about this. She's in her mid-20s. She's dating a dude in his mid-30s, I think it is. And after the conversation, about an hour and a half long, because I really wanted to hear her out. I don't like to make brash judgments or anything like that. I'm not here to bash men. I'm just here to keep it real with you. You know, to y'all, I'm big bro. To her, I'm big cousin. But I was like, hey, look, that man is not going to commit to you. And the first thing I go ahead and tell you off top was like, he's confused. Now, there's about 5, maybe 6 reasons or ways to know whether or not a man is not going to commit to you. He checked all of them. But honestly, if he checks any of these, it applies to the man that you're dating as well. And like I told her, I'm going to tell y'all, a man who is confused, and when I say confused, I mean confused about who he is, confused about what he wants, confused about where he's going in life, that confused man cannot commit to you. At best, you may get a relationship label, and he's still not going to be committed to you. If he's confused about what his purpose is, how can he integrate you in any definite role and then grow with you and further mesh himself with you so that both of y'all can help each other pursue your purposes and become your best self? How? If he lacks clarity on where he's going, he ain't going nowhere. They're just like if you're trying to go somewhere, you ain't got the location, you ain't got the directions, you ain't got the address. Like, where are you going? A confused man on who he is, if you ask that man, what is it that he finds important in a woman? What is he looking for right now? And you get anything vague about, I just feel like when I see it, I know. Y'all are different. As a woman, you can say that and actually mean it because y'all are intuitive. The feminine is intuitive. You do feel, you do experience, you can sense. As a man, we are black and white, compartmental. We have to be plan oriented. We have to have something definite. We are assertive. If we're in our masculine, and definitely if he ain't in his masculine, he ain't gonna commit. But if that man lacks any type of purpose and clarity on what it is he wants, who it is that he is, how can he know whether or not you're a good fit for him? All you're gonna do is spend the best years of your life shooting in the dark, giving the best of yourself, and the whole time he gonna have vision, blurry vision. Ain't no man able to see your value, see your worth, if his lenses are foggy, if they're clouded with confusion. Another way that you know that man is not gonna commit is if he does the sabotage cycle. Y'all ever started getting close to a dude, and in the moment, like y'all are both getting really vulnerable, things are going well, nothing is going wrong, all of a sudden he withdraws or finds an argument to have, something he starts picking at, something he starts complaining about, and then he never wants to leave you alone. If that's ever been you, put I down in the chat. Y'all doing good, and out the blue, he gotta find something wrong. Every little thing's getting on his nerves. But when he come back, oh, I was stressed. Oh, I just had a lot of stuff going on. Oh, I thought this. And he got the most sincere effort and reasons why he wants to be back in your life and he misses you and blah, blah, blah. Whole time he's hoping to leverage that soul tie that he created last time y'all was having sex or whatever it was. Because you can create a soul tie multiple ways, but that's a different conversation. But if he has a sabotage cycle, every time y'all get close, boom, something has to happen on his end to cause distance, which causes repair, and that prevents you guys ever from getting over the hump into a true commitment. That man is never going to commit to you. He's already found a way to delay it. Now, the good thing is you got the power to stop it, but that's still a man who's not going to commit to you. Another way that you know that man is not going to commit to you is if he has no priority or structure on his personal life at all. If you see that he goes through his day and he's spending it, whether work or fun or whatever, and he never makes time to reach out and connect with and nurture his personal relationships from his children onto his parents, siblings, friends, etc. Maybe friends, because some guys will still do that. But if you always have to get into his spare time, Let me say this for anybody listening. A man who truly cares about you is going to make time for you, not just spare time for you. You're not getting the breadcrumbs of what's left after he's done doing whatever he says is more important. Even if those things that are more important are truly important things, like him having to work, pay bills, take care of his kids. If you are also a part of that man's life in any important role, he's going to make time for you. There's 24 hours in a day. The most busy people, successful people in the entire world make time for what's important to them. So if you can't get that, I'm not saying he's never going to mess up or, have time where he's just giving you the left. But if you bring it to his attention that, hey, I'm not getting enough from you. I'm not getting the time. I'm not getting the quality time needs met in this relationship or whatever. And he's not making any type of adjustment. That man is never going to commit to you. And he knows what he's doing. That's actually a part of sabotage as well. He has no structure, no priority. Stop wasting your time. If you're a woman that wants true commitment, stop wasting your time. Another way that you know that man is not going to commit to you is if he keeps strings attached with his ex. I don't care if he says that's like a sister now. I don't care if he says he's just going over there for the kids. I don't care. If that man is talking to his ex, and let's say they got children, and he's talking to her about anything other than a life or death emergency or the children, that man still has strings attached to his ex. I know some of y'all may disagree, whatever. I'm just keeping it real with you. He checking on her, how her day going. He arguing with her about something that ain't got nothing to do with the children. And it's not a life or death emergency. Strings attached. Oh, that's my homegirl now, you know what I'm saying? She like sis now. She like anything like a friend. Anybody that he used to smash or whatever he used to do with her sexually, and he keeping those strings attached, he's not going to commit. He got all the people that he's ever been with sexually still on his Instagram or Facebook, friends list or whatever. And even when you bring it to his attention that that's a problem for you, he doesn't want to do anything about it. That man is not ready to commit. He's not all in. Because when a man is all in, all he needs is how you see your safety. Whatever safety looks like for you is different for every woman. Some women are cool with all these things I'm talking about. But if you say to him, look, this and this and this makes me feel insecure, or it gives me a lack of safety, all a man that cares about you needs is to know that he's going to jump into action. That's not to say he's going to be a coward and have no backbone. So this is within reason. But if anything to do with another woman having another chance or keeping hope alive or having that bridge unburned with him, and he's already had history, that's perfectly within reason. And if he's not willing to compromise that, he's compromising you in the relationship. He's willing to lose you just for the potential of having something with them. Matter if you look right now, if you're getting something from this, share this right now, because I think a lot of y'all need to hear this, and somebody on your timeline might need to as well. Share this right now. Another way you know that man is not going to commit to you is if the conversations lack depth. I know y'all are thinking, well, it's just conversations. Look. This is one way a man will sabotage. And what he's doing, he's not sabotaging the entire connection between you two. He's sabotaging any chance for closeness, for any chance for true vulnerability. So if he lacks depth, if he won't tell you things like, say, for instance, his true motivations, maybe things in his childhood. I'm not saying he should prematurely reveal these things. Nobody should. But if y'all are a month and a half, 2 months in, if y'all are sexually active and he can get into your body, but he can't let you into his heart. He can't let you into his mind on what drives him, on what's really going on with him. He's keeping you at arm's length. He's never going to commit. He may not even know what he's doing. He may just have an avoidant attachment style. And we'll get into attachment styles on another conversation. He may have an avoidant attachment style. But however it goes, that man is making sure that he never feels compelled to keep you around. That he's always 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So if y'all can't go but so far in the conversation, now after I would say before the first 2 or 3 weeks, this is fine. He may not know you like that. But again, if he trying to come to your house and have sex with you, especially raw or anything like that, and you know you want commitment, you know you want a relationship that's not going to be outlasted by the memories of that relationship, don't deal with somebody who keeps you at arm's length, who's not ready to be vulnerable. They can't be vulnerable because their goldfish died and daddy dropped them off at the fire station when they was a baby, and whatever other sob story he may give you. I'm just keeping it real as your big brother. That man is not going to commit to you. Another way that you know that man is not going to commit to you is if he never speaks on the future with you. If everything that he talks about, and now you can't just go like, oh, well, if he checks his box, then I'm good. No, but I'm telling you, if that man never speaks of a future with you, if he's in any way working towards anything in his future, but nothing that he talks about includes you, that man is not going to commit to you. And I would say you should purposely bring up things of the future 5 years from now, 10 years from now, that how he sees his life, what he wants, ideally, what kind of situation is he in 5, 10, 15 years from now. If nothing includes you, if it's general, if it's vague, that man is not committing to you. Now, again, if you're in the first couple of weeks of dealing with a guy, that's fine. But if you are a month, 2 months, 3 months in, honestly, it don't take a man forever. If that man was already looking for somebody to commit to, it shouldn't take him more than 30 to 45 days to say, oh, no, this is the one I got to grow with this one. I got to build with this one. So if it's been longer than that, that man is not going to commit to you. And I'm going to give you one more. One more way you know that man is not going to commit to you is if he avoids conflict resolution, and that includes deflection. A lot of us go straight to manipulation, and it is manipulation, by the way, if he's deflecting. The moment you try to hold him accountable, the moment you try to voice your needs or what's wrong or how you're uncomfortable and things could be better, if it's always you bringing this up, he's always avoiding the conversation. Yeah, he may have an avoidant attachment style, but he's also avoiding committing. Because a part of committing is getting through those challenges, those rough patches, to come closer together, to understand each other better, to be more intimate, to learn each other, to overcome things and strengthen that foundation of being able to overcome things. If he's avoiding conflict resolution, that man is not willing to commit to you. You are a convenience to him. That's how he sees you. Long as it's fun, long as it's easy, long as it doesn't require any sacrifice, long as, and that includes sacrificing his ego, long as it doesn't require any humility, then y'all can rock. But the moment you start saying, hey, I need us to deal with something is not right, that means he doesn't really care if you stay or go. He doesn't really care if you're safe or unsafe. He doesn't really care. Because to him, you're like a spare. You're an option. You're a variable. You're not a constant. You're not a common denominator. You're not a must-have in his life. You're not he doesn't have the intention of building with you, integrating with you, investing in you. So be very mindful about guys who avoid, and that includes deflection. Y'all be sitting there trying to argue all up and down and lecture and all these different things with a dude who already got it in his mind that you are not a must-have necessary piece in his life. And if that's the case, I'm not here to hurt your feelings. I'm saying stop wasting your time with him. Because there are men out here who are looking for a woman who has put in the work on herself, a woman of a high caliber, cream of the crop. And by cream of the crop, I know some people think, well, all women are queens. No, all women are not queens. The same way all men are not kings. All men are created equal. Not all men move equally. And as a woman, you deserve the man that's moving at the highest level, who has worked on himself, who has developed himself, who has matured, who is growth oriented, who is able to take accountability, who is able to meet your needs and love you properly to bring out the best in you. If you're the type of woman that's growth oriented, you've been setting standards, you've been protecting your peace, you've been managing who has access to you, you are not normal. Do y'all understand that? Y'all be dealing with dudes who treat you like you average. If you're the type of woman that don't deal with just anybody, if you're the type of woman that works hard for what she gets, you bring value to the table, you don't use people, you don't backbite, you are not normal. You're not normal. And you don't deserve a man who's just normal or below average or tries to treat you like you average. You can only work with an evolved man. You can only work with a man who is equally yoked with you in terms of the work he's put in on himself, his ability to mentally stimulate you, his ability to emotionally safeguard you, his ability to spiritually promote you, accelerate your growth. An evolved man is the only one that has the tools to do that, but you have to know, one, how to identify an evolved man, and two, how to position yourself. Most women today who are cream of the crop have focused so much on becoming that and not on, y'all were never taught on how to position yourself for the man who can handle that, who can nurture that. And that's why a lot of the best women honestly are overqualified for the options that they're getting presented with. And I went in on that on a whole hour-long masterclass, Secrets to Making Evolved Men Crave You. If you have not gotten access to that free masterclass yet, it's coming down in a few hours. Go ahead and click the link that you see down in the comments or in the caption. You should see it in the description, the caption somewhere. Look for the link by my page. Click that link. Register. Come on back. Because that masterclass, I went in on how to identify a truly evolved man, apart from the fakers and high value men and narcs, as well as how to position yourself so that multiple evolved men crave you and you can choose the one that you want. And it don't take you forever to do it. Back to what I was saying though. Confused men do not commit. If you see confusion, lack of structure, lack of intention in how he moves, how his life is set up, and what he's invested in or lack thereof, that man is unclear about what he wants, and therefore he can never clearly communicate how he values you because he won't be able to, not with a commitment. And like I said in the beginning, for every woman listening, you deserve more than a man who's uncertain about you. But you got to be certain about that and take action accordingly. But those are just my thoughts. I'm your internet brother trying to look out. And if this message blessed you, do me one favor. Bless somebody else on your timeline by hitting that share button. That's it. Oh, and if you are in the market for an evolved man, if you're looking for or wanting to be found by a man who is equally yoked with you, click the link that you see down in the comments, also in the caption, the description or whatever. Click that link and get access to the free masterclass, an hour long where I went in on the ways to position yourself so that an evolved man craves you, can't get enough of you, and will do all the pursuing. You ain't got to do nothing. Holla at y'all later, y'all be good.